everyone feels that way about him. Everyone's like, I'm gonna go hang out with Charles. Charles is the best. Charles is great. It was He's gentlemanly and kind and always prepared and a lovely actor. So he's lovely. It's really lovely.
The age difference in real life doesn't seem as good.
Yeah, I know, right? Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, exactly.
It's very cool. I know.
So what's it like playing with Cooper?
No, well, I mean, that's certainly the thought, isn't it? But and that's such a funny term because it seems so predatory. It's like, oh, hello, I'm gonna pick you up. But no, he's great. Yeah, he's a sweetheart, and we had so much respect and fun with each other. It really was the least awkward sex scene I've ever done. Because we were both like, okay, that's what we do. It was freezing, but it was fun. Yeah.
Can you tell us what it's like working with Adam Horowitz again?
He's great. He's great. Gentle and kind and funny and insightful and writes great roles that I get to come and play. So, really, like I have nothing bad to say. Really good, yeah.
So have you ever been in summer camp?
I have. I went for 10 years. I was a counselor.
So this is something you're familiar with?
I'm familiar, yeah. I'm familiar, but I didn't love it. I didn't have a magical experience. But I learned a lot. Yeah, so that was great. I learned, I swam a mile. I learned to canoe. I learned to sail. I learned archery. Like, all of that was really good. Yeah, but I was a dorky kid, so I mainly learned that, mean girls are wherever you go.
Did anything creepy happen at your camp?
No, it didn't. My camp was really safe. I mean, it was camp, but with a lot of different personalities.
No deer, no.
No blood, no weirdness, no, it was really lovely, and there were some really beautiful parts to it. They created a really nice, safe world, and the counselors actually watched their kids, which is
that's a good
shocking. I know. I watched this, and I'm like, every time I finish a scene, I'm like, worst camp director ever. That's my general feeling. Yeah.
So now I gotta know, because you said you never went back to camp, so I want to know what happened.
Well, no, nothing. I found camp to be kind of like school at the time. As a dorky kid, I thought my dorkiness wouldn't translate. I thought for sure I'd go to camp, and all of a sudden I'd be like, I'm not a dork anymore. It translates. You're a dork wherever you go. And teenage, and younger kids are just the way that they always are. So I learned a lot. It was good. I kind of kept my head down. I had one really sweet friend who turned out to look like a supermodel, which was fine. She did one of those reveals where she walks out and she goes like this, and everyone's like, and I was like, where did you come from? You've been my best friend forever.
So far, what's been your favorite scene to shoot of the year?
Oh, that's such a great question. Everything I did with the character Keith in episode 6, I really enjoyed. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was great. It was honest and simple and easy and not forced, and we had a lovely time.
When your character get to kill anyone or do anything like
What a great question.
any action scenes?
If she were evil, she probably would. And if she were good, she wouldn't.
How much do they tell you about what's going to happen?
Not very much.
No.
Sometimes a little bit here and there. And they'll give you little tidbits here and there.
Do you develop your own theories?
Yeah, all the time. I mean, I'm an avid book reader. I can't help it. No kidding. That's what I do on every movie. I already feel like I've solved it before the end of it. Sometimes I don't. Most of the time I do. Matter of fact, so much so that my friends are like, stop. I'm like, okay. But that's what's going to happen. So, yeah.
Do you have a prediction that you want to share?
For the show, I can't because I've read them all now.
Okay.
Yeah. So I could have.
Were you right?
Yeah.
Does Deb she has a lot more secrets that we don't know about?
She has a lot of secrets, but sometimes she doesn't. Yeah.
Sorry, we're done responding to saying it was so good. Thank you.
So much. I'm so happy
Talk to
to
you
be
this
here.
week.
Thank you for the best. Thank you so much. Thank you. My pleasure. Nice to see you guys.
So
See? Loveliest guys
everyone's
ever.
everyone's a hugger. So.
And that's how they are when people aren't watching. They're just lovely.
So then with your character, well, actually, I want to ask you about Comic-Con real quick.
Okay.
Because I think you're a Comic-Con veteran.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite
My
Comic-Con?
sneeze. Hold on. Okay.
That's your favorite Comic-Con moment.
Might be. There might be one more. I'm so sorry, guys. Ah, better. Okay.
That is such a dainty thing.
I
to
sound like a
see.
monster when I say
I've tried to sound like a monster and nothing happened. I just keep sneezing. Like I had an ex-boyfriend who was like, "You're gonna blow your freaking head off." He was a really big dude, and I was like, and he's like, I'm like, "No." I'm like, "It doesn't do anything. I'm still tickly."
So then, what's been your favorite Comic Con moment so far in your Comic Con going experience?
Well, I got to be part of the panel Women Who Kick Ass, and I got to do that with Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, Sigourney, I love Sigourney.
So she walks out, and I'm like, "Oh, hey, yeah, so nice to meet you." She was so strong and simple and tall and lovely and kind and generous with
I
absolutely
think my
everything.
friend put that together.
Great. I loved it. That was my favorite.
Was it?
Yeah,
And,
it was.
And being a woman who kiss ass yourself, what is that like? What is that like holding? Do you hold yourself up as a role model, or do you just want to kick ass?
I mean, no, sometimes I do, right? Sometimes I do. I mean, not all the parts that I play reflect my personal philosophy, but I do have to say that I absolutely feel strongly that women are strong and capable and amazing. I was never brought up to think anything other than that. My dad is a strong believer in a matriarchal society, so I just didn't know there were limits. They were never discussed with me. I didn't know that was possible. So that part I hope that I put out there. As far as the roles I picked, I played some seriously deranged people, so maybe, maybe not.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.